Hello and welcome back once again. I'm Cupid, and as you might realize from that intro, this is not really one of my normal vlogs. Or it might as well be. But, and also because of this intro, you might and that I'm not really, basically at home when I start this video, you see there's a bit of a difference. I didn't when I went out today to go to work, I didn't feel like I had anything really to say. So I'm like, don't have anything important to do. Let's not record a vlog today. But then something hit me. Then I started to think about things. Surely, I know. So I started to think about things that I had thought of before, so I'm not sure if I mentioned it in any vlog. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself, keep it. Let's see now. So yeah, this is more of a rant video filmed outside, near my favorite vlogging spot for when I'm out during my break, which is a nice place. It really is. And this might be the only time you get a rant out here, because I need to know, because this is probably one of the few times I'm making a rant without it be having to do with something I watched or something like that. Might do somewhere else, outside, but I don't know if I will. So yeah, the first thing I was thinking about, that the first of the things that really hit me was flip covers for smartphones. At one point was a good way to protect your screen. That's something I realized. Now it's more damaging towards your screen than it's protecting the screen, because I'm using the SVU cover when I'm at work for my phone, because my work pants are not the safest place for my phone. They really like to gather sand and such, sand particles and such things. Realize. So if you are wearing work pants, great, use flip cover, like the SVU cover. But if you're not, don't use it. If you're using a pair of jeans or something like that, especially if you're wearing, jeans with tighter pockets, don't use it, because there will always get some sand particles stuck on the cover. At least in my case, I can see them. All specks of sand, I can see them. I try to wipe it off before I close the cover every time. But if you're wearing tight-fitting jeans, what will happen is those that you can't see and wipe away, those will get, pressed hard against the screen of your phone, especially with this view cover, because it goes down all the way and touches the screen. If it's a flip cover that doesn't really touch the screen, you're probably fine. And that is probably a really good thing to have, a flip cover. But when it touches the screen and you're wearing tight-fitting jeans, every movement you do will move, to cover a little bit, which means that the sand particles will go right up against the screen and start to scratch. Mostly it will just be light surface scratches, scratches that are on top of the oilophobic layer. That's not bad for a phone. What is bad is, your screen will look, you'll be able to see those scratches in certain types of lighting. But once your oilophobic layer is scratched, things will easier scratch the actual glass in the display. And if you get some light scratches on the glass, not that dangerous, but once you get deep scratches, the integrity of the screen has been compromised. It will much easier shatter because of they have some ionized I think it was potassium particles inside of at least Gorilla Glass. Put potassium particles instead of some other particle in there. Yeah. And that's because those particles are bigger than the first ones were. So it has tension in the screen actually makes it hold up better. But once you have a deep scratch, the particles can move out much better. They're much freer. Some will even escape. And once that happens, your screen will really easily, and I mean really easily crack. Because, that damage resistance is gone. I'm really careful with wiping off as good as I can, but I can even see in certain lighting on a really light scratches on the oilophobic layer, which makes me kind of scared for what will happen later down the line. Because I've had this phone for not that long, maybe as soon as like 2 months or something like that. Seriously, and I already see the scratches. I'm thinking about getting what is called. I'm thinking about getting some sort of screen protector, and probably I would get one of those glass screen protectors, because it gives me a second layer of it gives me a second layer of glass, so when I drop the phone, the likelihood of actually my screen breaking is lower too, because I will probably drop my phone at least once. It's very likely I will, at least. And that's why I'm not going to depend on my phone. That's why I would like to have one of those, because they actually protect the screen, and also because once I have gotten deep enough scratches in that, is remove that glass and get a new glass screen protector, and the scratches have not appeared on my phone, on my screen. We'll make it so that the screen will survive for longer. Also, with it being OLED, it will not survive forever anyways, because of the blue pixel burnout, whatever way it's supposed to be. And I recorded a vlog yesterday. I don't know if I said this already in this rant. I recorded a vlog yesterday where I talked about how I felt like ranting again, in the end, because I kind of semi got into a rant towards the end there. And no, this is not the kind of rant I wanted to make again. But when this is just not a rant. It's not what I planned to do. But people were at home when I got home, so I couldn't make the rant because because my parents would probably get fucking scared if they heard my my ragey side in those rants. Those types of rants. If you have been watching this channel for long, if you have been watching the channel longer than I've been making these vlogs, you know exactly what rants I'm talking about. Why the fuck did I walk out here? This is the place where we actually have wind. Might be best to walk back there. Yeah. What? So that will come sometime in the not too distant future. A real rant from me. But with my semi-ranting going on in that video, something just fell back in place. The reason why I haven't been doing any rants, and now this will start to sound like a vlog, but it's not. My vlogs are much more focused on way random shit, and my rants are a bit planned at least. Not overly planned, but a bit more planned. I've thought out maybe one or two subjects that I will talk about, and then something more comes in. But this is one of the ones I planned to talk about. What I haven't, what happened was that I didn't really feel like making rants. That's probably because it was so long between rants that I forgot how freeing it feels to make a rant. That is hard to say, but that fire from that semi-rant part at the end that might have not gone up when this goes up, I don't know yet. Because I haven't taken it out of my phone, which I need to do. And then something just came back to me, the excitement of making a rant. It came back to me. And actually, making rants are really fun to do. It's something very different from making the vlogs or my gameplay videos that I do. The rants are more freeing, because even if I usually overplay it a little bit, it's basically that I basically let go almost completely of I shouldn't do that because people might consider that bad. I let go of things like that completely while making my rants. And now I realize now I remember why I should not record for this long. Well, for 14 minutes now on my phone. Especially when it's not that cold today. It's just very dark today. But just going to light a cigarette. I'm going to continue talking. Good. Oh, it's semi-good. Good. Well, okay. That was not bad part, but my arm starts to hurt for a while with walking with the phone in front of my face. Especially when I could change hand. It's just so much weirder to use the other arm to hold up the phone. Although it works better. I'm more centered, actually. Although being centered is not really my something I think about while making these videos, either the vlogs or this video. I don't know. In fact, it was much nicer to hold, especially when I'm smoking, with that hand, with the left hand. Yeah. Well, now I'll probably go off some completely different direction with what I'm doing, and this will turn. The last part of this will probably turn into a semi-vlog more, because I feel like I have more things to talk about. Oh yeah. In the vlog with the ranty part, I talked a bit about, you know, my parents and what amount of money they want to have from me, so, you know, in rent and such things. And yeah, well, because I'm not at my computer, I don't really know the number, you know, I don't know a exact, I don't know, conversion, but I just remember the semi-functional conversion, and because most of the time the British pound is at around 10 or 11 Swedish crowns in value. So if I take in British pounds, you know, with calculating that each pound is 10 Swedish crowns, if we go by that, well, it's not really, but it's probably more like 11, but let's say that each pound is 10 Swedish crowns, because it's not that big of a difference. Okay, so what my parents pay actually as their rent is around £900. What I have to pay in rent to them and get, you know, the food and everything, as I said, which, well, okay, it haven't gone up yet. It will go up soon. That vlog. If it's up yet, then yeah. Then if you watch that, you'll know it. I'll just skip to the last like 5 minutes or something like that. If you don't want to really watch me vlogging, but watch me ranting, then see those last 5 minutes of it, or however long it is. I will put an annotation at my cigarette that takes you to that part. Oh my god, this is the first time I used any type of actual function. But yeah, what will happen? What will and even if it's not up yet, I will put it an annotation on the cigarette once it gets uploaded. Okay, but what happened? But even with all of that calculated, I'm still paying half of the rent, and I'm paying, you know, for my to be able to use public transportation. I pay for my phone and everything like that. Then I pay on my own. I pay for my clothes, everything like that. And what I earn a month, it's around before taxes, it's around 1,850 pounds. And then we have taxes, and then we have outstanding costs. Yeah, I might pay a little less I'll pay around actually half of the money I have after, you know, the standing expenses. Actually a little bit over half of what I have after the standing expenses to pay my parents every single month. And I feel that's not a really an okay thing to do. Seriously. No. You could at least, yeah, sure, I get that they want to make me pay something at home. Fine. But that much? That's ridiculous. Seriously. I could go on a trip for that money. If I didn't have to pay that money, I could basically go on a trip to Canada. I could go to Canada for a month every week without any problems. Also, yeah, I know that you have to pay, you have to pay the rent and everything like that. I do get that. I do. But I could still get away with slightly more and not live at home. Yeah, that would say, with food and everything calculated into it, it would cost me around £500 a month to live on my own in a one-room apartment out in the middle of nowhere, but still, that's just around 50 more pounds every month to not live with my parents, which would be really nice to do, but I will have to find a new job, which kind of sucks. All through that job really fucking sucked. Well, it really fucking sucks. It's Tuesday today, on my last week. On Friday, I'm not working anymore. After Friday, I am done with working for the next couple. Probably for I'm done working for that company for a long time. Seriously, such a dysfunctional bloody company that is. Their idea is basically to take. That was not confident. Take a bunch of people with different types of physical and psychological disabilities and make it so that and yeah, fine, to get it, they only hire people with disabilities. Only people with disabilities, which is a good thing because everyone, needs to have this, have the ability to have a job. It's a good thing, but it also makes people who use that company for things like, cleaning their offices and such things, to think that everyone is retarded that works there. So, for example, we are the bank I'm cleaning. We are like, let's see now, 7 people that work full time with cleaning it. We have full-time jobs. We're supposed to work 8 hours a day, but I would be able to do all of that cleaning on my own in 3 hours at max. We don't need to be 8 people or 7 or 8 people working full time. We just need one person at not even half time to do that work. But I get it. It might be nice to be, for most people it might be nice to work with some people. So let's cut it down to half of the amount of people. So 4 people working. And yeah, it's nicer to have a full-time job because you get paid more. So yeah, but let people actually make it company policy that you're allowed to, during that long ass break you have where there's nothing to do, you're allowed to go home. Maybe I have a rotating schedule where one person stays there so that, so that if anyone spills coffee or anything like that, it can be cleaned up. But you don't need 8 people that really, according to company policies, are supposed to be there for the 8 hours a day. And then then you also have lunch break here in Sweden, which is 1 hour, which means that we are, and there you are allowed to do whatever you want to. But then we come to the problem that, you see, doing whatever we want during 1 hour, it will mostly turn into, for most people it will turn into, let's sit and watch TV, in the break area for an hour, because there's no idea to get out of there, because it just takes too much time to go somewhere, eat lunch, and then do something else. If you need to go and you might need to go to the pharmacy to pick up some medication or something, because most other people that work there need medication. Yeah, you can do that in 1 hour, or you can eat lunch there, or bring a lunch box, and then eat there and go to the pharmacy and pick up your medication. Yeah, that you could do all through. You can't do anything else. With a job we basically work for 2 hours a day. And that's because we are really working slowly too. I would love to do what we are doing in 2 hours time in, my part. It weren't because if I work faster than the rest, I will have to do more than the rest. Because then it will be like, oh, so you're done. Great. Now help me with this. Oh, so then you can do this too, because I was going to do it, but you have nothing to do. So you can do it. And then when I'm done with that, oh, so you're completely done with that too? Oh, let's help me too. If it weren't for that, I would be done with what I'm doing in 2 hours in 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on if I work really fast or just at normal speed. Yeah, that makes all the difference, really. That we are not really working that fast, we're working really slow, because we do. And then we work for 2 hours, and then we don't do anything for the next, let's see now, around 6 hours. Then we go and pick up the trash, and then we have to wait until 3 o'clock because we start working at 6 o'clock in the morning. Or we are not working before 7 o'clock because we are sitting there and just doing jack shit for an hour. But then we sit around, wait until it's 3 in the afternoon, and then we have cards that you have to, I don't know what it's called, but they at least had those at factories before, where you take the card, you put it into the machine puts a stamp on it that says he came in this time, and then he puts a stamp, then it stamps in and out, and then it's like, I think it's stamping in, stamping out, I don't know, whatever it is called. You know what type of machine I'm talking about. We have those at work, and then we don't have anything more than that, and that's basically what we have at work. Nothing more. We have so we need to be there at 6 in the morning, even though we start working at 7. We have to be there at 3 in the afternoon, even though we're done already. But it's much nicer before we got the machine and those cards, because then we basically went home at 2. Yes, that was long. But hey, we waited until people working at the bank, everyone, or basically everyone that works at the bank, were done with their lunch, so that we could take the trash and throw it away. But then around 2 we went home because we had nothing more to do. And then we came back the next day. Well, we came back at 6 because everyone loves to take their coffee and tea and such things in the morning. But that's what we did. Hey, this has been all for this rant. I hope you enjoyed it, and yes, it was probably kind of weird to hear this entire rant, but at least it was not completely super weird. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next rant. Thanks for watching, and well, see you in the next rant or vlog, actually. Well, thank you for watching, and bye.